What's going on, Pick 3 players in Tennessee? Did you miss these hits? If you have, I want to show you where you could have found them on a particular rundown, paying attention to some key digit numbers. So we're going to talk about that today in Tennessee. I want you guys to take some really good notes and pay close attention to the areas on the rundowns that I'm about to show you. Now, for the hits we're talking about that you might have missed, going back August 17th, evening, you guys had a 297 hit. Let me know in the comments if you were able to get that hit. And also August 16th evening, Tennessee had the hit of 520. So I want to show you exactly where you could have looked at a particular rundown to find those hits. Okay, so we're going to start with our first example. August 15th evening, there was a hit of 665. All right, we're using a 317 rundown. I'm going to tell you something. I think the 1, 2, 3 rundown may work with this pattern as well, but you got to be careful with that. And also test out any of your other favorite rundowns as well. Okay. Now, how do we put one of these together? The first thing we have to do is lock in the hit, which was 665, and we're going to add each of these numbers down the columns. Okay. So that first column, we're going to add 3 all the way down. So 3 plus 6 is 9, 9 plus 3 is 12. When we get to our 2-digit numbers, only use your ones plus your 2. 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 3 is 11, only use your 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 3 is 10, use your 0. 0 plus 3 is 3, and 3 plus 3 is 6. So the number you start with should be the number you end with. Okay, and then you would add 1 all the way down the second column, 7 all the way down the third column. Okay, now we're going to talk about some key numbers. The first set of numbers we're going to talk about, the numbers 5 and its mirror 0. Okay, now 5 and 0, they're actually the same number. When you're thinking about pick 3, they're mirror numbers. Okay, and there are other mirror numbers as well, so in case you need them, they're right here. Okay, but we're going to talk about the 5s and the 0s. Now, normally I like to catch hits running straight across, and as a matter of fact, there was a 972 or some form of that 297 that actually came a few days later. It did come straight across the grid, but we're not going to talk about that hit. We're going to talk about how we got that 520. Okay, so if you're looking and using your 317 rundown, I want you to pay attention to your doubles or sometimes mirrors on the left side. Now, the doubles we're looking at, you see the double 1-1, okay? And you do see a double 6-6. Anytime you see a key pair, okay? Sometimes those pairs could be like a 5-5, 0-0, or 0-5 or 5-0. Notice here slanted, okay? Notice here slanted, there's a 0-5 pair. The key is actually diagonal. I like always looking for things across, but we got to make sure we train our eyes in every way possible. If you're seeing from your doubles or mirrors some type of key pairs that are slanted, that could be telling you they're coming up, okay? So I want you to pay attention to this pattern. I notice 0-5-2. Look at this, 0-5-2. Okay. Also, you may have your mirrors. Now, this is where halfway down the rundown things change. Notice the doubles, instead of 1-1, we have 6-6. Remember, these are mirror numbers. 1 and 6 are actually the same number. Okay. The reason I'm telling you that is because sometimes when you're looking at the grid a certain way, the numbers are going to alter, giving you a possibility to play a different alternate number. Okay, so you want to pay attention to that. All right, now we got 507. Pay attention to this right here. Okay, now they could use other third number options. Listen again, they can use other third number options. You have to study what Tennessee does and how they change if they decide to do that. But I want to show you how the last couple of patterns, how they were literally in the same exact areas. Okay, so we're going to look at 0-5-2 and 5-0-7. Okay, 5-0-7. What actually came, now this is the next day. The next day August 16th evening, 520 hit. Okay. 520 hit. Okay. Now, I'm warning you right now. Will they always use this particular pattern? We'll have to see. Okay. But whenever you guys have key pairs, pay attention to the numbers, the pairs themselves as a possible option. And the third number could depend on what the state is throwing out. And if you're not sure, you may want to play a couple of the numbers that are touching those hot key pairs. Okay. So far, so good. Yes, go ahead and give a thumbs up. I so appreciate you guys. Tennessee, my thing is this. Pay attention to what your state is throwing out. I noticed they're throwing out a lot of key digit pairs. Did you notice that? Like zeros and fives. 5500. They're throwing out those key pairs. So sometimes those hits will come straight across, like you guys had this 972. This is the next key we're going to talk about. Okay. So we're going to get ready to talk about our 2s and 7. Okay. You may notice 22, 77, or 27 or 72. These are some other key numbers. And if you see them in pairs for Tennessee, that could be telling you that those key pairs are coming up. Okay. This is going to help you do two things. It's going to help you look at your grids, look at them slanted from your doubles or your mirrors. And it's going to help you decide if, hey, being that key numbers are really hot, they tell us something. They can tell you that those pairs are coming up. So you kind of know where to go, right? Because there's a lot of numbers on these grids. And the whole point is for you to find out how your state may be pushing a particular pattern. Okay? Now, we're going to do the same thing we did here. Now, watch this. So, August 16th, midday, 885. This time, look at your doubles. You got 33, 88. 8 and 3 are mirrors. Okay? They're the same number. They're just opposite. That means we're going to look at both places on the grids. Okay? Notice here how it's slanted. There's a key pair here. Okay? So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go 724. And then I'm going to go to the 88 because the numbers are going to change. 729. Okay? Okay. Well, the next day, August 17th, evening, guess what hit? 297. Okay. Now, look at the patterns. Same pattern here. They're using the key pairs, true. But another thing that they're doing is I noticed the third number is pushed up on the first column. Did you notice that, right? This is what I'm saying about pairs. Patterns. So this could be an easy way to let you know two things. What are the hottest pairs that are coming for your state? We're looking at specific key numbers. I call them key numbers because they stick out at you. You ever heard of people saying, hey, I've been catching my hits around the number 0. And sometimes you'll see hits, they're hot right around the number zeros. Or sometimes you may hear people say, hey, I like that lucky 7. There's something going on with 2, 7, 0s, and 5s. But I noticed with Tennessee, they're pushing these as pairs. So make sure that you're paying attention to your slanted pairs. They could be telling you what pairs are hot and possibly a third number connected to it. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this workout. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing with it. And definitely like the video, share it with anyone you know in Tennessee, and we'll see you guys in the next video.